Hi, Gary Nettles, Assistant AD with EIU Athletics and Director of the Panther Club. Recently, donors to the Panther Club made a large contribution to help us renovate our men's basketball locker room. I just caught up with Coach Jay Spoonhour and senior guard Terrell Lewis to get their thoughts on what they think about the renovated locker room and the impact that it's had from our donors on the men's basketball team.
Prior to the renovations, the locker room was really small and it used to be extremely hot.
There was no ventilation and guys were sitting around on top of each other.
We didn't have showers. We used to always have to walk out of the door to the showers that were like for everyone. We used to have to leave our locker room to watch film.
And I thought, oh my gosh, this hasn't been renovated in 25 years. And so I thought, wow, this really does need to be redone.
The first day I walked in, I was so surprised because when they told me we were getting a new locker room, they didn't tell me how farther back that it would be pushed. I didn't know it would be that much more room. I feel like the new locker room is helping like bring a bond to the team because the guys actually like being in there now. Like when we had the old locker room, everyone was so like pressed about getting in and getting out of the locker room as fast as possible.
The impact is they spend more time together. They don't run off to their separate rooms. They stay in the locker room, which is kind of being on a college team, any team. The locker room's a special place. You know, all the workers were EIU workers. And when you go into the locker room, that area there can compete with anyone that we're recruiting against. And that's really the thing. When every kid, when they've walked in, they're like, oh yeah. And then they want to take pictures of themselves in front of what would be their locker. There were numerous people, former players, local business folks, all kinds of folks who had given money for a long time. Their money goes towards something. And it's something that is a direct benefit, truly a direct benefit. I don't know how many players that we have on our current team that were like, oh yeah, I want to come here because of this, but I know that it helped our basketball team. And so it's really nice if when you give, you can realize that it has an impact right away.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. And we love all the support and we really appreciate it. I'm very happy. Thanks for all the contributions to the locker room. This is what you have gotten us. Got the nice logo up on the wall. First thing you see when you walk in the locker room. Then we have an area. We have milkshakes. We can get the milkshakes here. And we also have a spot where we can get waters. Sometimes we have food here. Breakfast bars. Before practice, we always practice on the weekends at 9 a.m. So we have breakfast bars. We get lunch sometimes after. It's not always promised that we'll get lunch, but we get it sometimes after. I'm gonna bring you all over here to the sitting area where we sit and watch film. This is actually my favorite part of the locker room. So comfortable over here. Good looking area. And then we have the TV where we can watch film and watch basketball. And we also have a spot where coach can draw up plays offensively or defensively, or just tips or any tips. All right, you can come over. We have our schedule for the month up here, so you'll never forget when you have practice or your off days. That's very important. And over here, we have the lockers here. And this is the spot I was telling you about earlier where we can like sit down and stretch if we needed to get ready before coming out to play. And we can watch TV on those two. And as you can see under the second TV, we have a sound bar. That's where we play the music from, and that's how we turn up before our games and practices.